Hello everyone, this is Kathy Jo from I'm a Little Teapot, and HSN is showcasing the new release from Crafter's Companion, and what I wanted to do today was just to pop in and kind of show the new releases, the product, and then also some of the projects I created using some of the new release product. Now these products are currently on the HSN website and they are available. And there is a show coming up soon to show off the product and show some more of the projects. And at any time, if you want to see some of the projects that are made using the new product, feel free to hop on over to the Facebook fan page for fans of Crafter's Companion on HSN. And you can go there to see some inspiration, to talk to other Crafter Companion fans, and to the design team members. You get to see some of their products or projects. Anyway, so let's start with the first collection. This is the Sew Homemade collection. So there are several pieces to this set, and what I'll do is I'll just quickly go through and show each of the product that I have in the collection. So the first one is the paper pad. This is a 12 by 12 collection. It has 48 sheets. There are 16 patterns, so you get 3 of each sheet. This paper is full of beautiful flowers, sweet patterns. I really like this background. What I did was I took some of the foil stamp background dies. I took that and I used that with gold glimmer foil, and I used that on the background. It looks very cool. Beautiful background there. Love the flowers. What I like about this is that the pages, because you get so many and because the pages are so pretty, that you have enough to create several cards or several scrapbook pages. Love the colors, the purples, the greens, the pinks. It's a great paper pad. This page, I've already used 2 of my 3 pages. This one here, I took the purple foil background and I used it with this paper, and it is just stunning. Gorgeous. So I have a little burlap sheet, and then sweet soft fabric page. So with this collection, there's also some coordinated pearl cardstock. So you get 4 colors in that. You receive the green, blue, pink, and purple. And in this collection, there are 24 pieces total. So that's great for layering or having as your background. Get some embellishments with it. It's a sweet little set. I like how, I've already used the key, but I like how this set is, it's not only restricted to this collection, it could be used with any of the other Crafter's Companion collections. Like the fleur-de-lis would be perfect for the Parisian collection too. 3 spools of twine. And then we have some new embossing folders, dies, and stamps. So we have a pretty clamshell patchwork. This one's called Patchwork Clamshells. We have this gorgeous emboss and cut embossing folder. This one's called Decorative Lattice Frame. Love the details on this. And this is a great little build-a-tag set. So you've got your standard tag, and you can create different bottoms or tops with it. And what's also great with that is that if you want something a little bit longer, you could just cut the piece of paper to this length that you'd like, and then create the top and the bottom using the top and the bottom dies. Inside of that, you can put the new cut-in sentiments dies. You have With Love, Just for You, and Thank You. And then you have some patchwork dies. And so these are multimedia, so you could use them not only with paper, but for example, you can use them with fabric. So you've got your clamshells, your hexagons, apple cores, and diamonds. And then you have a sweet little Homemade with Love clear stamp set. You have a pocket and a tag. And what I really like about this is that you have two Made with Love or Handmade with Love stamps, and these are great to use on the back of cards. So for this collection and on HSN, I only had to create one card using the collection. So what I thought I'd do is, instead of showing what you could make using a sewing-based theme, I thought I'd show the versatility of the product by showing that it's not only sewing-based items that you can create with this package. I mean, it's great that you can create sewing themed projects because, well, those are always fun to create. But what I did was I thought I'd make one that's not sewing themed, and I used all the product from the project, or from the product line. So I used the embossing cut and die folder, and I used the tag with the thank you sentiment. Oops, oh, sorry about that. It's right in my way. And the paper, the pearl cardstock, that's from this collection, and then that paper right there, that pattern, you might recognize that as the last page of the paper pad. And what I did was, after I cut and embossed the paper, I fussy cut along the edges, and then I applied the metallic Spectrum Noir wax in gold. I applied that along the raised areas and along the edges, and I did that with the paper too, and also on the flowers. For the tag, I die cut that twice. I die cut it with white to create the background, and then I die cut it in the gold luxury cardstock. And I used the tri-blend marker from Spectrum Noir, and I used that just on the thank you to really make that pop. So next is something that's very exciting. It's layering stamps, and I don't know about you, but I love using layering stamps. And so Crafter's Companion, they have a collection of 4 released right now for backgrounds. I have 3 of them, and so we have the Bees in the Border, Floral Cascade, and the Crocus collection. So each stamp set, you get 3 stamps, and on the back it shows you the different combinations that you can use, like stamp 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you can do is you can figure out what kind of background you want to create, and then you take your Harmony inks from Spectrum Noir. Oops, wrong ones. Not the water reactive. You want the quick dry. And you use those in conjunction with the different stamps, and you can create your background. So I only had to make 2 cards from this collection, and what I did was I picked out the Crocus and the Bees in the Border. And like I said, there's actually 4 to this collection. The 4th one, it's Butterfly something, like Butterfly Meadow or something like that. That one is beautiful too. I might have to order that one because I really like that background. And like, these stamp sets are just awesome. And anyway, so I only had to make 2 projects. So I chose the Crocus background and the Bees background. So with the Crocus, I thought I'd go with fuchsia and purples. And for this, I did the combination of stamp 1 and 3. And I used my Harmony Quick Dry inks, and I stamped them twice, like I said, with the 1 and the 3. I cut it to size, and I mounted it on Crafter's Companion, the glitter luxury cardstock, and then I embossed coordinating luxury cardstock using a Crafter's Companion die, and I mounted it. And then I used some scrap cardstock to cut the hello. Now, just one thing I'd like to note here is that really good paper to use with these quick dry inks is the Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth cardstock. This is great for your alcohol markers, and I find it's really good with your quick dry dye ink too. It's really it's definitely worth it. You get a nice crisp image each time you use it. Now for the bees in the background, I wanted to go with something bright and just happy. And so I used these three colors while I have them out: straw, lemon, and honey pot. And after I stamped all three of them, I went back and I went over the bees, and I went over their bodies just with some like the glossy accents, just to add a little bit of depth to it, a little more. I really want to accentuate those bees. And then in the center of the flowers and on some of the petals, I add a little bit of glitter, and it just really brings some extra depth to that. Just when you thought you couldn't get any more detail, you do that, and it just really adds something spectacular to your cards. Now for the ribbon, for that, what I did was I took coordinating the Harmony water reactive dyes. So if you notice, the water reactive and the quick dry, you get the same colors available in each one. And so that means that after I stamp my backgrounds, I can easily coordinate a bow to go with it. So I took seam binding. I dyed the seam binding using the honey pot and the straw bale. I mounted it onto my card. Okay, so those are the background stamps. Next, there are some, oh, I keep doing that. There are some new sentiment stamps, and there are 4 different sets. So I will start with a 3-pack. This one is Angel Feathers, Live, Love, Laugh, and Dare the Dream. So on this card, I pulled out the feathers, and this was a fun time for me. I had white feathers strewn all over my desk, and I was picking up my favorite feathers to create the background behind the stamp. And so I used my Lion embossing cut and emboss frame that was released in the last month on HSN. So I die cut that twice in gold. I stamped the sentiment in using my watermark translucent, and I embossed it in gold. I mounted it onto the lions die cuts using the foam tape. Now the background, if you can see that, that's that wood frame that I was talking about, and I embossed that using the foil machine and in gold in the floral background, and it really does something to this card. I love the gold and the texture in this card. So the next released stamp set is another 3-pack, and the first set, or the first stamp is called Dreams. The next one is called Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, and Leave a Little Sparkle. So I wanted to do something a little different for this card, and I used the newly released die set. It's called Royal Lattice die set. I die cut that in black, and I applied the what is it called? Dark pink metallic wax. I applied that along the edges. I die cut the lions in the purple pearl, and then I die cut the gold, or I took the gold from the center of that, and then I heat embossed the sentiment in black and mounted it onto the card. And again, I dyed my seam binding using coordinating water reactive ink. So another set, this one's a 4-pack. True Friends, Open Door, Dance, Love, Sing, Live, and Count My Blessings. For this one, I used the Aqua watercolor cardstock. This is fabulous for using with your water reactive inks. And for this card, I created the background using fuchsia on the outside, straw bale right in the center, and I put a little bit of honey pot on the outside, or in between that. And I stamped that using my water reactive or my waterproof ink. And the reason why I did that is because I use my sparkle marker from Spectrum Noir. It's in Red Berry, and I applied that to the heart. And again, I used the same inks, the water reactive inks, and I used that to dye my seam binding. And last but not least, this is probably my favorite card I created. Oh man, I keep doing that, I'm so sorry. It's from this stamp collection here. There's, again, this is a 4 set. The Best View, Unstoppable, Plan A, that one is quite funny, and Wake Up and Smile. So I chose The Best View comes after the hardest climb, and I created a watercolor scene. For this one I used the parakeet and the grasshopper inks on the aqua cardstock, and I created this this scene, this sweet little hill. And what I will do, because I really like this card a lot and I think you would have fun making this, or at least I hope you would, so I'm going to create a little video on how to make this. So stay tuned for that, and I'll make sure to share it on Facebook and on my blog. So this is the new release this month for HSN. It'll come out soon, I'll try to announce that, or you can check it out on the Crafter's Companion, the fan site on Facebook. And I really hope you like this. If you ever have any questions, or if you'd like to know how I made something, then feel free to drop me a line on Facebook, and I'll add that to my list of video tutorials that I can share with you. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the new products. I hope you enjoyed the projects that I created. And have a happy crafty day. Bye.